Believe that. Hey, everybody.
God damn it.
I know. I have to celebrate Roman's win that I didn't know about until
You didn't even watch, yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Introduce us, thank you.
We're here pretty late because, that's what we do. We come in late.
We're fashionably late on the internet where it just stands here for the test of time, so it's not like it even matters. So, yeah, fuck off.
Exactly.
Don't criticize us.
Nobody cares about Raw anyway. We're just here
Fuck timeliness. We're not journalists. I mean, I kind of am because I'm getting a journalism degree, but that doesn't mean I'm practicing it right now.
You're not even a real journalism, Alex.
I'm not even a real journalist. God, I love Fandango. Fuck them for not making Fandango and Tyler Breeze world champions of gorgeousness. They need their own belts. They need, confetti and, people throwing, they need, at, a wedding where they have the flower bearer?
Right.
They need 15 flower bearers following them around at all times, throwing out petals. That's what they need. That's what Fandango and Tyler Breeze need.
That's like they've pretty much gotten married at that point, though.
Exactly. It'd be great.
I mean, I don't care.
And they're holding hands. But they're doing it up high at shoulder level. And it's just
Hey, that would be fun. Me.
I would enjoy that. That would be great. And then be like, what are you two weirdos holding hands for? And do you not understand this is the fashionable thing to do nowadays? Do you even get it?
That's true. I mean, it is fashionable.
Right? Anyway, Raw happened. Let's not talk about SmackDown as much as we love SmackDown.
I know. So also something that I just found out right before pressing start broadcast this evening, we will no longer be doing our Tuesday night podcasts on Tuesday night because of that 205 live show. You may have heard of it. That's starting tomorrow. So what we will now be doing is we will be doing our podcast on Wednesday night after we've watched everything. Maybe we'll even include a little bit of NXT too if it was good.
Do you want to do it do you want to do it that way that we were just talking every Wednesday night, or do you want to just I have complications this week. That's why we're pushing it to Wednesday, and we can either do it Wednesday or I don't know. I don't know what Drew's schedule is like, so we'll figure it out. You guys let us know what day you would prefer the review if you have a vested interest in telling us, and we'll try to accommodate. But if we do it Wednesday, we'll do it Wednesday just because it's easier getting all the content in, and then we can disperse our own rudimentary content back to you. So I'm working on the thumbnail right now, so let's talk about Raw, man. What'd you watch? What'd you like?
About this show tonight, what did I like? It's funny. I for weeks now. If nobody knows my personal Twitter account, you gotta go over there because I'm a top quality Twitter account on Twitter.com.
I don't know what top quality means, but yeah.
At Nicholas Drew 91.
Nicholas Drew.
Yeah.
Quarter life. #.
Yeah, I'm the guy with the quarter
with the dildo on it. Yeah.
Well, dildo, dick, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, same thing, really.
Yeah. Point is, for the past, I don't know, ever since they formed a team, I have been absolutely shitting on Cesaro and Sheamus. But tonight I did not shit on Cesaro and Sheamus because I actually really enjoyed their little bar brawl segment. Did you even see it?
No. I had tuned out as soon as I saw the Cedric Alexander segment where I just was like, all right, fuck this shit. And that was the end of my Monday Night Raw.
I don't even know at what point in the show that was.
That was right at the beginning, baby. That was right after the Sami Zayn thing. That was early.
Yeah. I like that probably the most. Well, no, I like the end of the show the most, and that was probably the second thing that I liked the most because I don't know why. You know, like this is what they did, right? So um it was Cesaro and Sheamus in a bar in where they were in North Carolina, and they just were, you know, they were doing that stupid fourth grade bickering again.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, these dudes, you know, like bar people, come up to them, and one guy goes up to Sheamus and like, starts making fun of his hair and shit. And it's like, oh, come on, this is stupid. So then another guy comes up after Cesaro's like, be cool, be professional to Sheamus. Some guy goes up to Cesaro and burps in his face. And apparently, it was an indie wrestler down there. I don't remember his name now, but
That's gross.
yeah, I know. So then that was it, and then it's like, you know what? They just bonded over a bar fight, and they just kicked the crap out of these guys.
Is that
You
because
know,
he's Irish? Is that because Seamus is Irish? Is that how that works?
honestly, and and
Oi,
and I thought
fella,
it was
must
that.
drink a lot of ale or whatever. I'm sure that was what the
I I
reasoning was.
I was thinking that, but then the commercial that aired right after that segment was the WWE 2K17 promo thing
Yeah,
where Sheamus is in a bar fight. So I was like, oh,
of
that might
course.
have been a game promotion for some weird reason. I don't know what they would do with
I'm
that.
sure what it was they were like, oh, yeah, we did it in the video game thing. That would be cool if we did it for real.
Because he does throw somebody over the bar, just like he does in the promo. So
Sure.
like, oh, okay. So okay, it wasn't a weird, oh, I'm Irish and I have to drink and get into fights type of thing. Maybe. But
Are
you
you
know what?
sure?
At the end,
Sounds like what it was.
at the end, Cesaro throws the guy that burped in his face through a wall,
Mhm.
and then he and Sheamus like shake hands and share a pint of Guinness,
Yeah.
and do like partners clink, and that was the end of the segment. I actually liked it. I thought it
That
was.
doesn't sound like my cup of tea, but that's
It's
okay.
not. Normally, I think it's just because at this point I'm looking for anything to interest me on this
I
show.
need something. Yeah.
That it's like, you know what? Okay, this was something different.
Like, yeah,
Whatever.
man, I'll take whatever at this point. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I never watched it, so I can't tell you my own opinion, but it sounds okay. Doesn't sound like the worst thing.
Yeah, it
So,
wasn't. It wasn't the worst thing, but it
yeah.
definitely wasn't great. Like it wasn't. I mean, okay, I lied on my Twitter account and I said it was the greatest segment in weeks, but it really wasn't the greatest segment in weeks. I was just, at the time I was laughing. I was like, oh,
You're just trying
this
to
is
find
just
something
silly.
to be positive about, yeah.
This is just silly nonsense. That's wonderful right now.
Yeah. I
So
mean, yeah, and that's kind of what we want from wrestling at times is we want some fun. And when we don't get fun, it's kind of sad. So,
that's
yeah,
true.
that's good.
The third thing that I liked
I'm
about
glad it entertained you.
the third thing I liked about the show, which we've already mentioned, is the Sami Zayn promo. Uh, so you didn't see the Braun stuff. I love Braun. Braun's
No, I didn't see the Braun stuff, and I'm not a huge fan of Braun. I totally
I
get
know
it for
you're
the people who are. It's just I don't feel like there's a whole bunch they can do with it. It's got. I don't think he's very well rounded. So like I feel this is the extent of what they can do with him. So it's not. It's like I'm tempering my expectations just in case, really. So I don't know. That's okay. I'm just glad that. Let's be honest, man. Feuding with Sami Zayn can do a ton for Braun Strowman, right? Because he's a guy that everyone likes, and it does a lot for Sami Zayn too, because he's just been floundering. He hasn't had that one thing to really get him going on the main
Yeah.
roster yet, and God, it's
Except
reaching desperation
remember
point.
that KO feud? That seems like
Yeah, but they blew it, and that's amazing because this is like one of the biggest feuds in modern wrestling history.
well, you know what? I've mentioned this to you in private, but they have to atone for their sins by really doing it properly with Gargano and Ciampa.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I remember you saying that. I don't think it's a tone for their sins because I think Gargano and Ciampa, um, on on NXT right now, they're doing wonderfully. And like I've said to you, I think they should save on the heel turn until they bring them up to the main roster because I feel like maybe that would help a feud like this. Is it feels like with Zayn and Owens, it was like they were having to explain why these guys hated each other instead of showing why they hated each other. Which they should have just shown them. Like they should have shown the footage and had big people, important people comment on it or something. But anyway, point being, yeah, I do like Gargano and Ciampa, and I know how much you love them. So, oh, that's good.
I'm wearing their shirt right now.
Yeah, you're wearing their shirt. I remember you sending me that. Show me a picture.
Yes, I
That's
have
cool.
that also on my personal Twitter. I'm just repping my personal Twitter all night tonight, I think.
Yeah, just be a whore. It's okay.
Yes, because I'm really doing that now because I'm going to be much more active on there since I just became a Wrestling Observer newsletter subscriber. Completely, officiating my smarkdom. I'm just so happy right now.
You're just such a mark.
Smart.
It's okay.
Anyway, yeah,
Turning this into Mark City right now.
Somebody sent me, hey, they're doing a membership thing for much cheaper than it would be because of Black Friday and whatever.
Yeah, it's like $4 or something.
Yeah, it was $3.99.
I can't blame you. Like that's a good deal.
I love the scoops, man. Can't get enough.
I love the scoops. I need the scoops. I need my daily scoops.
Yeah, and I am officially going to do star ratings now because that's all the rage.
No,
everyone loves those.
Stop with the star ratings. It's dumb.
We have to evolve, Alex. We have to evolve.
We don't have to do shit. I hate star ratings. It's stupid. Everybody's I think that was a 3-star match myself. I don't think that was actually a 4-star match, but a 3-star match, maybe. Fucking shut up, Mark. I don't give a shit what your opinion is.
Excuse me. I know somebody named Mark personally, and they do not sound anything like that.
No, every Mark sounds like that. Confirmed. I've known a few. They sounded exactly like that.
Oh, confirmed? You've confirmed?
Confirmed. Yeah, I'm a journalist, remember? I'm a journalism.
Right. Anyway,
okay, rest of the show, man. What else?
What I just something just like a light bulb went off in my head, and I literally just remembered that Seth Rollins was on the show tonight.
Oh yeah, that was the thing.
A dumb way, very dumb. Now, people, I was on my Twitter. I see people, oh my God, it's like the Attitude Era again, and the backstage brawls, and they don't do this as much. First of all, if it was
totally true, I'll give them that.
Yes, but if it were anyone else other than Seth, I probably would have liked it. But I don't like Seth Rollins. I don't like him.
I like him fine.
He's not a baby face to me.
Finn Balor, but he's okay.
He hurt Finn Balor. They made him brag about hurting Finn Balor. He came back with a big, huge pop. And they fucking turn him heel.
And the fucking laugh. Ah, ah, ah.
Oh, God.
Like, my God. All right, dude.
Reminds me of Chris.
Oh, yeah, that's true. What's up, Zent?
Hopefully he's not listening now.
I hope he is. Suck that.
Anyway.
He can suck a dick.
He can suck a dick.
He can suck a dick. If he wanted to say something, he could get on the fucking show.
Well, I didn't.
He's too busy. He's too busy training to be a. Should I even reveal that information? Should I shoot on him like that?
Hey, I mean, we could go talking smack here and just be like, you know what? Call people by their real names.
All right, Chris.
TNA. I don't know.
Yeah.
What you want to do?
Yeah, fuck TNA. Not shouting them out. Never. Never.
No, it's
Anyway,
over.
yeah.
Never.
So yeah, Chris is training to become a referee. So that's cool.
Which we fully support and think
We
it's really
fully
cool,
support, blah, blah, blah. He has our blessing, meh, meh, meh. All that shit. You get the point.
actually.
He's our buddy.
Yes, he's a very good friend of ours. And actually, we are very happy that he's doing
If you do go to see a show that he ever referees in the future, please give him hell.
Oh, yeah, tell him his
Like,
counting was shit.
fucking please, yes.
Yeah. You fucked up. You fucked up. And that's at Centrified, by the way. You can just go and tweet him.
Yeah, just fuck with him however you'd like to. That'd be great.
It's encouraged.
Yep.
Yeah, so Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
He had a backstage thing where, sadly, a lot of cars were not working in his favor this evening because no glass shattered, no windshields or back windows or anything shattered when he threw either Jericho at it or some big like metal guardrail at it. Just nothing worked for poor Seth Rollins tonight.
Poor Seth Rollins.
Including the absolutely atrocious pedigree that he did to Jericho on top of one of the cars. Probably one of the worst pedigrees I've ever seen in my life. But, hey, he's the great babyface that we got to get behind here and root for.
The only real babyface on Raw nowadays is Sami Zayn. Like, he's the only real one. And he's the only one we, care about.
Yeah.
Or at least the only one I care about.
I care about Sammy. I care about Cesaro. I care about.
But I mean, even Cesaro's not a baby face anymore. He's still kind of a dick.
He's a dick to Sheamus, who is the heel.
Yeah, but being a dick to heels doesn't make you a face,
As we saw also tonight with Rusev versus Enzo Amore.
I didn't watch that.
Enzo
You'll have to tell
Amore just got kicked in the dick, and that was the end of the match.
That's great. He should get kicked in the dick every day of his life for existing.
I agree. And remember when they first got called up and we were ranting and raving about them? And
I still love them. It's just, I'm just saying for real though. Like he's fun and entertaining when he's not being booked to do stupid shit. But for real though, him existing is still just like a crime on humanity. So, that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I can't tell you much about them. I can tell you, like I told you before we got on air, the only segments I watched, I watched the main, or the start of the show. I watched part of Owens Reigns, and was like, and then I saw Cedric Alexander just get fucking ass raped by WWE Creative, and I saw. And I saw part of the event when I came back. I got you to joke. Oh, that's great.
Oh my god,
it's pretty good, right? I was gonna go butt fucked, but that didn't accurately describe how fucked over he was. So
and in his hometown too.
In his hometown, with the crowd popping like crazy, and he gets squashed in 3 minutes. Just unbelievable. Just the tone deafness of this fucking company is, it's absurd, man. I'm sending you the thumbnail I made. I'm sure you'll love it because everything I make is amazing because my mom told me so. Anyway, so yeah,
But I tell you, and I'm not your mom.
Yeah, but she's the one who, she's the one I trust. Anyway.
Yeah, I know you trust me.
I thought the opening segment of the show was really good. I thought the opening segment was really good. I thought while the Jericho Rollins thing didn't really pan out as well as it could have, I thought it was still a good story, just wasn't executed well. And then even the Kevin Owens Roman Reigns match, and then KO blaming his concern over Jericho on why he lost. All that was actually very well done. It's
He
just
did
the
that
rest of the
really.
show is such a fucking
You know,
travesty.
you know what?
It's a
I gotta
one book.
shoot for a second.
It's a one storyline show. That's what Raw is every week in, week out. They care about one storyline. It's very obvious, and then that's it. I thought the women were very good too, but that was because they just got to go and wrestle. So
I have to
yeah,
shoot for a second.
sure, go.
Um, and the shoot is going to start with a probably unpopular hot take. Chris Jericho and the List have to go. They have to go because it's you know what the problem is. The List has essentially become what Brock Lesnar was, in that no one else can get over but the List, aka Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
Uh,
you said that
the
before.
List, the List, and You Just Made the List and Stupid Idiot are all combined more over than anyone on the Raw roster. Like, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that is fine. I think it's just time uh, for them to focus on telling stories that can move people in the same way. You know what I mean? Because they can't. They they're struggling so mightily to get anyone over on Raw, and Jericho has gotten himself over because he's Chris Jericho and he's very good at his job. I think Kevin Owens has done a wonderful job as like he has taken chicken shit and made as much of chicken salad as he can. It's just, you know, I
Yeah, but
mean,
here's the problem, though.
the management has to not suck if you're going to really do anything
The thing is that,
memorable.
and I saw this in the opening segment tonight. I can see that they give Jericho and Owens leeway and kind of like let them improvise a little bit.
Yep. And it's probably only because Jericho's there.
Exactly. And
Let's
that's
be
the
honest.
problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I agree. And I
Jericho,
feel like they gave Roman a chance to improvise tonight because he was out there with Jericho. And Roman came off very well tonight, speaking.
yes,
I thought he
did.
came off extremely well.
The problem is nobody gives a fuck about him.
Yeah, because it's 2 years late. But this is where you have to start. You have to start with a good performance, followed by a good performance, followed by a good performance, followed by a good performance. And that's the problem is there's very, very little consistency. The only thing consistent about Raw is it seems like every week they have one storyline they care about, and it's usually the main event storyline.
And
It's the only one that gets any kind of rub.
usually the List.
It's usually the list where it's like Goldberg, Lesnar, right? So when Goldberg and Lesnar were having their thing, they were the one getting all the attention, and like the
No,
rest of
not
the show
really.
could suck a
You know,
dick.
honestly, I don't think that they were the ones getting all the attention. I think the List was getting all the attention.
I think you're. I don't agree, but that's okay.
The if I recall correctly, the Survivor Series Go Home show 2 Mondays ago was a it's I think it started at 10 o'clock hour was Goldberg and Brock in the ring together with the security and all that stupid shit. But that was the only time that you saw both of them, and it was the only time besides one of their stupid replay craps.
Yeah, I agree, but they spend so much time replaying, and they spend so much time with either one of them. It felt like the whole show was building to that. Like I could tell they meticulously planned that stuff out, even if the guys or one of the guys in question was not there. So that's kind of what I feel about it. And you know, if you feel like it's just the list is getting too much over is also the thing, but it's I don't know. I don't feel so badly about the list as I do about the rest of I feel like it's not the list's fault. It's the show and the people who run its fault because the list itself is fine. It's just the rest of the show is so shitty that like you notice it's the only thing that matters because Jericho's that good.
Yeah. Oh, Daniel is in our
Yeah,
chat.
he said, yeah, Daniel says there'd be zero interest without the list, and that's totally true.
Hmm.
And that's,
And they
yeah.
absolutely are going to milk the list of Jericho until Jericho goes and does his terrible singing with Fozzy. So
Well,
it's another hot take
think
there.
about it this way: if
Sorry, Jericho.
yeah, if Jericho did this same thing, right? If he did the same thing, but you gave it the story of like, let's say, um, let's say he was in the revival and he was having that feud with Gargano and Ciampa, where there's more going on than the list, but the list is part of it. That would be fantastic, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. So I don't think the list is the problem. It's the problem
No, I
is that
think
there's no
Jericho.
interest other than the list, and that's creative Vince, Triple H, all of them's
Well,
fault.
you know what? Well, you know what? Here's the thing, and I just said this to myself in my head while you were talking.
Sure.
Jericho is there in place of Triple H. If Jericho was not there, it would be Triple H every week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And you know, as soon as he leaves, Triple H will be back.
Of course. And they're doing that. I don't know why they're doing that because we thought he was going to show up at Survivor Series, but it ended up being Jericho. We thought he was going to show up the night after Survivor Series. It ended up being Jericho.
Uh huh.
And like, and then okay, so here's where it gets really stupid. All right. So last week, Jericho and Reigns were both banned from ringside for Owens versus Rollins.
Right.
Jericho completely ignores that, while Reigns doesn't ignore it. But Reigns is a terrible friend, like John Cena, anyway. But that's beside the point. The point is that Jericho breaks that rule today, does not get punished for it at all. Yet, 2 weeks after the fact, Sami Zayn is still getting blamed for Maurice cheating at Survivor Series. What the fuck is that?
I don't know. It. I mean, look, we're here to kind of give a raw review, and if you want like an overall review, this was a mediocre show again.
Of course.
But there were very, very good parts of it. The KO, I thought the interaction between KO, Jericho, and Roman Reigns was very good. I feel like if they kept doing that, they could build a storyline that had more than just the list going for it. But it's going to take 3 to 4 weeks of doing it. So we'll see. I thought the women were great at the end of the show. I thought the fucking way they got there was stupid, but
no.
I heard about
Just a
that. I
bunch
saw
of
you ranting about it on Twitter. I was like, yeah, they don't exactly think ahead.
no.
But beyond that, there's nothing really on this show that you had to see or
No,
should
of
even
course
look
not.
for.
Why should we
The
care?
Sami Zayn thing was good. It was good. It wasn't great. So,
Like, yeah, all the three things that I
where the
liked
fuck
this
is Neville,
evening.
by the way? Sorry, that was just a thought that popped in my head.
What?
Where the fuck is Neville? I miss Neville.
They don't give a shit about him.
I love Neville. He's amazing.
Oh, he's great. I'm
He's
just
like a
saying that.
fucking circus act in one person. He's awesome. He's a fucking superhero.
Him and Nice have to have a match.
Dude, if I was a kid, I would love Neville. I would be.
You are a kid and you do love Neville.
Yeah. I'm a kid and I love Neville. He's awesome. I miss Neville. Damn it. I wish I could run. I wish I got rich. I could make my own company and I would immediately sign Neville and be like, hey, you're winning my title, dude.
Well, when that certain thing that you're working on hits big, then we
Oh,
can,
yeah.
we can
Spoilers.
talk.
Or not spoilers. Keep that in the dark.
Yeah.
Keep in the dark. I'm doing a thing. Shh. Anyway.
Quiet. Don't tell anybody.
Quiet. Very, very quiet. I'm sure we could get more over with be very, very quiet or something stupid like that. Than
I thought you were gonna like finish it and just go. I'm hunting rabbits. But
I was totally going to, but then I was like, I had the other thought where I was like, we could probably get that over among Twitter people more than Raw can get anything over on their fucking show. But I don't
I would
know.
be interested in seeing Neville versus Tony Nese. Those are like two big, brawlic, short guys. That'd probably be
That would be an amazing match. They need to put Neville on the fucking
205 Live.
cruiserweights.
They'd
Yeah.
probably be on 205 Live.
I need to see another um, Adrian Neville Seth Rollins match. That match was amazing. More, please.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Please, sir. Can I have another flippy shit match, please? Please.
I think I have to honestly say,
Please, Mr. McMahon.
I think we've been laughing more on the
At our own
podcast
stupidity
than we
than the
have in a
show.
while. Refreshing.
Yeah. Please, Mr. McMahon. One moonsault, please. Spare a moonsault.
We're not making fun of people here, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
Damn it, Charlotte did one.
Yeah, that's another thing I have to rant about for a second.
How does Charlotte get to do it and no one else does?
How does Charlotte get every
She's Flair.
woman
That's why.
first in this company? Like first main event.
God.
First it was going to be Carmella versus Nikki on Sunday in a no DQ, the first ever no DQ Falls Count Anywhere match. But now we had to give it to Charlotte. Charlotte and Sasha had to have it first.
Yeah, man. I another big, like, as good as the match was tonight, there are clear problems with Charlotte Sasha again, right? And the fact that these two have been the two feuding, they have been the women's division of WWE by themselves for like a year and a half now. It's been them. And the only reason it's not still just them is because the brand split. Otherwise, it would still be them, and Alexa Bliss and Carmella would still be on NXT, and Becky Lynch would be feuding with fucking Dana Brooke. Like, that's a problem, especially when you have very talented people on your roster. You have Bayley, Nia Jax, you have Emma. They're all very good. There needs to be more going on than just these two women that are feuding and switching the belt over and over. So, like I said, good show tonight. Like, good show from them tonight, but they need to still be doing more.
The thing is, the stuff that they're doing is good, but they're not backing it up with good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and it's, again, I think that it's just the focus of what WWE worries about. They don't worry about stories. They don't worry about consistency. What they want is they want those big moments that go viral, which is fucking stupid. That's not how anything goes viral. The way you go viral is you create good fucking content consistently. And then something goes viral when people are really high on your product.
But Alex, you have to remember, they don't really care about that because they're the #1 sports channel on YouTube.
Oh my God.
Isn't that great?
Shoot me with a fucking cactus to the face.
I don't think that's possible.
I don't know how that's possible, but do it.
I'll figure it out and do it.
Yeah, like here's the way this works for any of their people who work at WWE. So I share things on social media that I like, right? But it's also something I assume my followers are going to like. And my own Twitter account is not really wrestling related. So why would I just bring wrestling out of the blue unless I was like at a show, right? Because most of my friends aren't big into wrestling. If the show was very good all the time, I would feel more of a will to like share it with them and be like, no, seriously, look how good this is. But it's not good. It's not good consistently. So, yeah, like that's why I wouldn't share anything that did really well. Like that's why I'm not sharing when Shane McMahon jumps off the Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. Because like, why? My friends aren't going to care that much.
To piggyback off of what you're saying right now, there are probably a total of 4 people max in my personal life that even know I watch wrestling.
Exactly, because you don't share that with people. It's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. So, if you want to get mainstream appeal, stop being a guilty pleasure. Start creating a product that is consistently fucking amazing so that people talk about it like they do Game of Thrones or The Walking Dead
Yeah,
or one of those big blockbuster movies.
Instead of making New Day go, shame, shame, shame.
Yeah, stop biting off other shit.
So stupid.
Anyway, I thought tonight, like, if you want a grade for Raw, it was like a C, C plus, something like that. It had its moments. If you haven't watched the show, look for YouTube clips of the Kevin Owens thing and the women probably
And,
too.
and I do want to say
The way the Charlotte Sasha Banks finish was really cool. Despite there being, questions and stuff about it. But those are only two things I would recommend you actually seeking out. Like the rest of the show, the rest of the 2 hours and 30 minutes was like, okay. All right.
I do want to also point out with the Jericho and KO thing. I was also saying on my Twitter the whole night, they've not broken up and this was a shtick. I still do believe that. I'm just thinking maybe they didn't account for Seth. It'll be right that Seth, wasn't supposed to be there and just showed up out of nowhere. But I really think that they were going for a haha, we fooled you again type of a thing. Because it just
like that wasn't no. I think they are just out of ideas, honestly. And Daniel Price said that WWE's become too generic for everything, like all the belts look the same and all that shit. Yeah, I think they lean way too much into like business brand building and like advertising and all that shit when like it's so emotionally detached that like the belts have no personality, any of that. So, I mean, I'm just waiting for when they change the Intercontinental Championship to still be white, but just have the WWE logo instead of what's on it now. Because that'll happen eventually. So
yeah, I was a fan of the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, it was great. Big gold belt, man.
Well, I mean the W one that came out just like right after, and it was the first W belt and the only W belt at the time.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Then they did the Women's Championship with the W belt. And then they did the Universal Championship with the W belt.
Yeah, and it also made sense. Let me say that real quick because it used to be you had the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship. That WWE Championship is that original, what is now the World Championship that AJ Styles holds. It was supposed to be the WWE Championships. So, of course, it has the WWE logo. Makes sense. But then... yeah, then they made every belt have that. And it's like, oh, you just ruined what was special about this belt and ruined what's special about any other belt.
Yes, like, all right. Like, at least they didn't take the SmackDown Tag Team Championships and make them two Ws.
Yeah, so like what would be my purpose of trying to become Intercontinental, or not Intercontinental champion? What would be my reason for going after one belt over another now? Is it just because I like red over blue? You know what I mean? Like, because that's what I'm fighting over is just the color of the strap behind it, it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's... And look, I'm a little biased. I like the blue look more. But...
yeah, blue's cooler. I feel like you can wear more with blue.
Yeah, and matches my pretty eyes and all that stuff. But
yeah, oh jeez, okay.
It's let me have my moment. Be quiet.
Okay, yeah,
so,
totally. I don't know. I'm sure your eyes are gorgeous.
Yeah, well, you've seen them. You've stared at them.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You haven't stared at them, but so. Awkward silence.
Yeah, we're good at those awkward silences.
But yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I was fine with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, World Championship, whatever the hell they want to call that belt, with the W. But then they incorporated the W into that one, and then they incorporated the W into that one. It's like, all right. And there was a meme going around right when the Universal Championship came out of
Yeah.
like every single belt, but just in a different color, but with the
Yeah.
same W logo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like it
Uh-huh.
almost is that essentially. Like when they were going to do the cruiserweight thing, I literally just thought it was going to be a purple huge W. That was
Yeah,
it.
totally.
But actually, I kind of think a purple huge W would look better than the championship that they have right now, because it looks like a Mattel toy from Toys R Us. To me, it really
Oh,
does.
man.
But it,
Yeah.
what do you think about it?
Just the belts.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're shit. They should probably fix that. I would want all of my belts to look. Um, I personally like the New Japan belts. They all seem very rustic and like an ancient relic of power almost. I like the Lucha Underground belts; those are cool too, especially the Gift of the Gods. Um, I feel like they should feel unique. Like this belt should, when you wear it, it should make you a different person, right? And instead, it almost feels like the WWE ones are um, like they're almost synthetic and like very very overly clean and simple.
Hmm.
So I mean, I don't feel any emotion for any of the belts. I'm not like my only reason for rooting for like a Universal Championship match is just I want my guy to win, not for them to win the belt just because I want to see them win, right?
I honestly think that the Intercontinental Championship looks the nicest out of all.
Yeah, and I even still think that one looks cheap and shit. Like, let me find the Intercontinental New Japan one if you've never seen it. They
Yeah,
have one too.
I never have. Yeah. I think that, and I like the I like the belt. It's just that they don't put any. I guess I'm simplistic, but they don't really put a lot of effort into the design. Like I remember right when they were originally redesigning it from the spinner belt to what was the one right before this. Um, I remember they had like a couple of designs out there that actually looked really cool.
They
That
were
were like,
amazing. Fan made.
yeah,
That
something like
looked fantastic.
there were
Yeah,
some really cool ones,
yeah.
and
I agree.
and it's like, oh, so we just did this, and this was when they had the scratch logo still,
Uh huh.
and like scratch logo W with champion on the bottom. The Rock had it for a little while. It's like, all right, it's not bad, but I mean, I think there was like, oh, it looks like shit. Oh, it looks really good. Everyone always had an opinion about something,
Uh
but
huh.
it looked good to me only because I mean I had only seen the spinner belt from 2012 to whenever they redesigned it. I think it was even the next
That looked
year.
cool when it came out. I'm gonna be honest. It was a
Yeah, it
cool
did.
concept because it fit Cena's character at the time. I didn't expect it to be permanent. I thought it was just Cena's thing.
Well, of course they had to make it permanent because
Yeah.
it was Cena's thing.
Anyway, I sent you the belt. Shinsuke Nakamura is the one who held that belt like all the fucking time. That's his belt. Like that's his identity.
Huh.
So looks good, right?
Yeah, I
And
like
then
I like the gold plate the way it's designed. It's very
yeah,
good.
it looks very ornamental and Japanese and um, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. That is what AJ Styles had. It's on a black background and it's a little bit bulkier. Looks good. Looks like a legit thing that I'd want to win. It's not one of those it doesn't look like one of those goddamn basketball participation trophies you got as a kid. Like all the fucking WWE belts feel like.
Yeah, I mean it's, and I'm of course I only know WWE, you don't really know New Japan that much, but
I
you know
watch their
what.
stuff on. I watch their I record their videos when they come on Access TV or whatever they're on. Like for example, I'm looking at my television right now trying to find. Yeah, I've got 5 episodes loaded up. New Japan Pro Wrestling. AJ Styles defends his IWGP Heavyweight Championship against Kota Ibushi. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that in a minute. Fuck yeah.
I mean, I've watched the most.
Yeah, it's
I
Access TV. So,
I think
yeah.
one of the only New Japan things I've ever watched in full and enjoyed was Ricochet versus Will Ospreay from the summer. Um, and that was like, a bunch of flippy shit, and I was like, oh wow, I enjoyed it. I'd never really like seen things in front of other crowds that were not I want to make myself known on TV WWE crowds.
I don't think they do that. I think Americans are just silly in general.
And you say that as what? From what country?
As an American, yeah, I think we're just silly. I mean, we have our own culture. But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, like here's the thing, man. Let me find an old picture of like Finn Balor or something when he was junior heavyweight championship or junior heavyweight champion over there, or Kenny Omega now, and they just look so much more revered and high as a wrestler than. I mean, it feels like some of the WWE belts feel like Tinker Toys, right? While these guys look like they're holding something that matters. And again, it's just, I feel like everything. Yeah, dude, I watched the Nakamura Ibushi match. Daniel Price asked me about that. I saw that on Wrestle Kingdom 9. It was amazing. Yeah. I've watched a lot of Wrestle Kingdom matches. They're fun. They're really good. I would recommend anybody who has never watched New Japan, order Wrestle Kingdom because it's a really fun show. It's basically WrestleMania for them, and you will find people to root for sure, and you will find really good wrestling. Anyway, I don't know where my point was going. I just feel like the branding and the business has gotten to the forefront of what WWE is, and that's good because it helps them make money, but it also they need to temper that, and I think that's what Triple H is trying to do, and Vince is not. So.
And I'll just give a little answer to Daniel Price right there. The reason why Ospreay and Ricochet called the spots so loudly is because it was so quiet in there. You could hear pin drop in that match. And that's what I think I like. I think I like Japanese crowds more because of that. I like that they're quiet.
It feels like an anticipation is building.
Like ooh, like you can hear them going like ooh and ah, and it's like I kind of like that more than this is wrestling and NXT, and all that stupid shit that they do in WWE.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you're watching wrestling product right now. You don't have to tell us. Please go to a classical music concert and chant, that's a flute, clap, 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 or something. Like nobody goes to a football game and goes, "This is football." That's
Well, I
kind
mean,
of.
they don't say this is wrestling. They
They do.
do. So never mind. Yeah, they do. They totally do. It's so weird. Wrestling's weird. Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, it's so ridiculous sometimes, and that's why I just can't get into NXT. I can't get into it because the crowd takes me out of it, and they annoy me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't feel like we're even talking about Raw anymore, so we probably ought to.
When do we ever really?
Yeah, we try not to.
Well, there was one more thing that I wanted to talk about that will lead into 205 Live tomorrow, which is Swan versus Dar.
Oh yeah, that happened. I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it. Well,
No.
Swan won. But Kendrick is really good on commentary.
Yeah, but like even that I criticize because that's 2 weeks in a row you've had your fucking champion not even get in the ring, not even show the belt. He's just on commentary, out of sight, out of mind, you know? So I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I know you.
No matter how well he commentates. So I don't know, man. I just am not. Raw's not my show. I tuned in tonight when I usually don't, so we wanted to do a podcast for it. But yeah, man, let us know what you think of Raw. We'd love to hear you. We'll definitely be watching the comments because we're kind of at a loss. What is it about Raw that kind of frustrates you, or what do you like about it that would make you tell us to fuck off? Either way, because we want to enjoy wrestling. You know, we don't want to bash it. So, you know, that's kind of where we're coming from. At least it's at least where I'm coming from. But you know, that's all I've got.
Can't wait for the debut of Emelina. That's going to be fun.
That probably, I hope it will, because I love Emma. I saw Emma. I know I've fucking said this like 7 times on this show, but I saw Emma at NXT Memphis, and I remember she was like one of the first people I saw on the show. She opened the show with a match against Asuka, and I remember just seeing her be like, God, that's a fucking star standing right there. She looks so like she belongs here. And then the match she had with Asuka was just fucking incredible. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of hers. I hope she kills it. So we'll see. Got anything else to say, man?
Nope. I am all fed out. I'm tired.
Yeah, that's what Raw does. Makes you tired.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, guys, we're Smark City. We'd love to get in touch with you. You can reach us in the comments below. You can also reach us at TheSmarkCity on Twitter or at thesmarkcity.com. That's our website if you didn't, or if you needed the hint. Yeah, man, I don't have anything else to say. So thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for loving us, because we love, don't we?
We do love. By the way, can someone take a sign to Raw next week and say, please stop ass raping Cedric Alexander? That'd be great. Thanks.
Oh, that'll definitely get taken away.
That's fine. I just want you to do it, make it into a big plane, and chuck it at the ring.
Oh, man.
Ass rape is a crime.
No, I'm not going to get into it. Goodbye.
No. Better. Wait, please don't tell me to turn it off.
I didn't. No.
Next time Cedric is wrestling, this is ass rape.